Good morning, sports. Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas' Daily Free Winner Show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, Sports Moment. We've got a great show for you today. Tons of great winners, a little bit of fluff, but not a ton. It is Thursday. I'm all fluffed out. I'm still under the weather. Let me bring on everybody. Let me go around the horn. Dan Kaiser's with us. Jeff Michaels, Jimmy Adams. Let me start with Dan. Dan, how are you today, buddy?
Doing good. Looking forward to the show and giving out a free winner here.
Well, Dan, you're doing pretty darn good on your free winners and your premium releases over at Sports Moment, so we're happy to have you. My good buddy, obviously it's cold in Ohio. Jeff Michaels is wearing his hat even indoors. Good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Good morning. Yeah, it's a cold one today. Going to be even colder tomorrow, but we'll be headed up to see a basketball game over there in Akron, so it should be exciting tomorrow too. But looking forward to some basketball talk with you guys today.
I'm looking forward to having you. Jeff, you're going to laugh. You know, I always make jokes about Vegas, and even this time of year, it's like 61 degrees. The other morning, was yesterday morning I went to Walgreens, or 2 mornings ago? Yesterday morning, I was not feeling well, still not feeling well. You're hearing my voice. I'm a little sore throat, a little hoarse there, but I got to tell you. So I go out to Walgreens at like 4:30 in the morning. There was frost on my window. Now, It's been a long time since I've dealt with Vegas, man. A cold day around here is like 89 degrees. All right, Jeff, I put the washer fluid on, put the wipers on. The frost went all over the window. I had to wait for it to defrost. That was a mistake that yo-yos like me that live in Vegas for 32 years make. You're going to laugh at that. I thought I'd make your day. My good friend Jimmy Adams. Jimmy, glad to have you with us today. How are you?
Doing great, Joe. One play yesterday, first half, Missouri gets there easy. Sometimes you don't got to overthink it, right? I mean, an LSU team's lost 8 straight, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, easy day yesterday. Hopefully we can put together a couple more today.
Well, we're happy to have you with us today, Jimmy. You've been not just a fan favorite to all our viewers out there, but a favorite to the panelists. Dionne and myself, we're honored to have you here. You know how I start every show? Good morning, honey.
Good morning. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. You look very cute today. I was thinking just before the show went on, when I really looked at you, before every show, I give my wife a kiss. Sometimes I kiss her because she really looks cute. Sometimes I kiss her because I've aggravated her for 2 hours. And just to make her, just before that last needle before we go live. But you look like very, very scholastic today. And this reminds me of one of those adult movies where, like, I'm the jock who can't, and she's my tutor and we can have fun. By the way, I never make it to the end of an adult film. Does the plumber ever fix the sink? Anyway, guys. Look, Dan laughed. He watches a lot of Pornhub. The pizza guy shows up. All right, I want to know what you're doing. I'm gonna check your browser history. Sports fans, we don't have too much fluff today. I'm still under the weather. I took some Theraflu yesterday, and then we watched Babylon. By the way, guys, not a bad movie. A lot of good performances. Long movie, though. Long movie. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner while watching it. But not a bad movie. Good performances. A lot of nudity. A lot of drugs. Brad Pitt was pretty darn good. And Margot Robbie was good in it. Guys, I'll tell you, don't watch it with the kids. A lot of drugs. A lot of sex. This is not a movie. We're not Siskel and Ebert here. Or, those of you who don't remember them, they were movie critics. But wasn't a bad movie. Weird ending, but I get where they were going with it. Having said that, guys, on the couch yesterday, a couple of rumors started popping up, and then we wake up this morning. Review Journal says, change of plans at quarterback. Brady's retirement for good, in quotes, so they don't know if he's really – nobody knows if he's serious or not again. Forces Raider to consider other options. I know Dionne said she wanted to chime in on this.
So now with him retiring, there's rumors going around out on Twitter. I don't know if anybody else seen it or not, but Las Vegas locally on Twitter tweeted something that said, "Where is Aaron Rodgers moving now?" or something like that. And Davante Adams retweeted mine, which basically is he going to be coming now and moving to Vegas, the rumor is, to be reunited with Davante Adams. So that's the whole thing that's
now
going on now with Brady retiring. Are we getting Aaron Rodgers?
Well, the
Do you guys have any opinion on it?
The
If
Raiders
he's coming
soap
here?
opera continues every day here. It's a soap opera, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like in your local towns, guys, viewers, and Dan, Jeff, Jimmy, what you guys. I mean, every damn day I got to read about another soap opera. Any thoughts on it? Let me go to Jimmy Adams. Jimmy, any thoughts on this about possibly now Aaron Rodgers coming here, or even on the Brady retirement?
Yeah, I think these things are really fun to talk about. I don't even think Aaron Rodgers knows what Aaron Rodgers is doing. I'm not sure he's 100% sold he wants to come back. If he does, I don't think he wants to come back to Green Bay, but I don't think he knows what he's doing. I think it'd be great if he was a Raider, just for the city. I love Las Vegas and for the state. And then as far as Tom Brady retiring, it was probably a year too late. Unfortunate for me to say that. There's no debate at all in my mind that he's the greatest of all time. But I think it was time. And wishing the best in the future. That's about all I got on those.
Jimmy
We'll
Brady
see how they
was the
play out.
greatest non-Italian quarterback of all time. I'll give you that. I'm just kidding. But I will tell you, as far as Aaron Rodgers goes, guys, scares me because he doesn't make the greatest decisions in his personal life either. Just look at his last two girlfriends, Danica Patrick and Shailene Woodley.
Well, how many times?
Danica Patrick was the girl from the Biggest Loser, the weight crew. She was with her. They were girlfriends for like a decade. And now he's with Shailene Woodley, whose greatest claim to fame are the Divergent movies. You ever got insomnia? Watch a Divergent movie.
Yeah, but how many
They'll put
times,
you to sleep in 2 minutes.
How many times did him and Shailene break up? I mean, they broke up. They got back together.
That's so she could hang out with Danica Patrick. Dan Kaiser, what's your take on Aaron Rodgers? What's your take on Tom Brady?
For Brady, good riddance. And for Rodgers, I don't know. I think
he's listening to me.
I can almost see Rodgers. I don't know. Maybe ended up back home in San Francisco. But it's the only problem is the $60 million. Is he gonna redo that contract so he can go to someplace and play, or is he gonna want a $60 million? That's the question.
Well, did I just read yesterday, Dan, that the NFL has upped their salary cap to like 240 something, 240 something. I think I read that yesterday. I'll look it up.
I think it's 216 or something.
I think they upped it. I think just yesterday it got upped, if I'm not mistaken. Jeff Michaels, Brady, Rodgers, the soap opera in Vegas. Anything you want to talk about before we head into some discounts and some free winners?
Yeah, I think it would be interesting. If I recall, when they started talking about getting rid of Derek Carr, there was talks about Devontae Adams already being upset because he said, at least, like I said, if I recall correctly, that all he wanted was some stability at quarterback. And he had made comments that he had been dealing with Rodgers going through this retirement, not retirement, retirement, not retirement debate for 3 off seasons or whatever. And then he came into a situation in Vegas where he thought he had a consistent quarterback who he knew well, obviously, in Derek Carr. And now you throw him out the window. If that's true, then I think the worst case scenario for Vegas could be to bring Rodgers back in if he truly felt that way leaving Green Bay. So I don't know, but if he was the one to retweet something like that, obviously things can change, and maybe it was the coaching staff and the office over there in Green Bay that made it worse. So who knows? It'd be exciting to see it play out in a different scheme and a different offense if it does work out that way, but who knows?
Jeff, I love Las Vegas. This is my home, but I think we can agree, just to tell you what they've done to coaching here in the sports in Southern Nevada. After Tark left the Rebels, they brought in Raleigh Massimino. Okay, that's all I've got to say about that. That turned. How long did he last? About 4 games. I don't even know how long he lasted. All right, guys. We got a couple of discounts. Then we got one discount. And then when we are live, if you have any questions or comments for our panel, they're going to be sticking around. They're going to answer any questions or comments. Dion's got a discount. We're getting right into some free plays. Dion, take it away, darling.
Yeah, so we still do have that one discount going on right now where you can get Super Bowl to Super Bowl, all access for just $11.99, both over at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. It's an amazing deal. It comes down to less than $100 a month. But if you purchase that today, you're going to get an extra couple of weeks added in the next 2 weeks because it'll start actually the day that you purchase it, even though the Super Bowl is not here yet. So you can get Super Bowl to Super Bowl plus the extra days for $11.99, both over at Sports Memo and WagerTalk, and no code is necessary at all for that one.
You know, I say it every day because it's true. The best customer appreciation discounts in this business are at Sports Memo and WagerTalk. Just because we have the best collections of cappers on any website on the planet in this business doesn't mean we're going to price gouge you. We know that saving your money is just as good as making money. After the show, go over to Sports Memo, go over to WagerTalk. Check out the deals page. There are times that we as cappers do not know. We have a special on the deals page until the sales start rolling in. Having said that, I want to talk about my good friend, Dan the Man Kaiser. Dan is, become a real favorite of Dan and myself. Every show, at least once a show, he makes me laugh or spit out my water like he almost did during his comments about Brady earlier. Dan's doing great work over at Sports Memo. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side of Sports Memo. He's got a free best bet. Dan, take it away, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. This is a second straight week here for free plays that I've got doing something with the University of Michigan. It is surprising, but it is what it is. Michigan's playing Northwestern. This is a game at first glance. You would think it should be a domination game for Hunter Dickinson. He's got the size and ability that doesn't match up well with Northwestern's front court. But the thing about Hunter Dickinson is he can take his own self out of any game that he plays in, as I think I stated last week. And in the first game these two teams played, Michigan did win the game, but they shot from over 50% from the field. I don't see that happening in this game. They're coming off an 83-61 annihilation to Penn State. So they haven't been playing real well lately. And you look at this Northwestern team, they were voted third to finish 13th in the conference. And the only team that didn't vote them 13th in the conference voted them 14th. They're sitting at second place in the conference right now. They got a dynamic backcourt in Boo Buie and Chase Aldridge that I think will keep them in this game. And actually playing at home, as we've seen over the last couple of weeks, it doesn't matter how the disparity in talent between the two teams. The home team always seems to have that extra edge. So I like Northwestern in this one, only laying the 3 points.
Great stuff from Dan the Man Kaiser, who's doing great work over at Sports Memo. He said Northwestern Wildcats -3, and the good buddy that you hear in the background, Thor, excited about this play. We love Thor.
I think he's upset that I'm on Michigan. I've played another Michigan game, actually.
But you're going against them, so they're okay. So he's okay. Guys, Dan's doing some great work over at Sports Memo. After this show, go over to Sports Memo, go over to Dan's page and take advantage of the best customer appreciation discounts on the planet in this business. Follow Dan. You're going to follow him to the bank. Speaking about banks, my good buddy, yes, he's wearing a hat indoors, a winter hat, but he's good looking, so it doesn't matter. Not only is he good looking, he is all over the Sports Memo leaderboards, and he is a favorite of Dan and myself as well as everybody out there. Jeff Michaels just going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side of Sports Memo. He's got a free best bet. Jeff, take it away, buddy.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, appreciate it. We split yesterday on the two games we had up on the board. Did end up losing a little bit of profit there. But hey, we've been turning things around after a couple losing days. Splitting the board twice and breaking even over the last 2 days is a step in the right direction. But free plays have actually been doing pretty well over the last couple of weeks, so that may be the way to go. But, I am excited. Got some good deals going on over at Sports Memo, like Joe and Dionne mentioned earlier, but do have one up there for myself. Actually, it applies to Adam Trigger and Brian Powers as well. But you can use the code GAME3 and get a 3-day all-access pass from any of us for $39 each. We'll be at that Akron-Kent basketball game tomorrow. So you may get an opinion or two on that game and get a 3 days of all access from any or all of us on Sports Memo or WagerTalk between the three of us. So that's definitely going to be the best offer for the next couple of days. But as far as free plays go for you guys, I am looking at a smaller game on the card, but it's one that I like a lot, enough to be one of my premium plays for today. This Hofstra Pride laying just 3.5 points at home And one of the biggest things that stood out to me is the revenge factor that plays a role in this one. Hofstra is no joke. I mean, they're 8-2 against the spread in the conference, and they're 8-2 straight up in those games as well. One of those two losses came against this Towson team that they played tonight. They got demolished. They lost by 21 points in that game. And like I said, that's one of only 2 conference games that they've lost this season. This time, Hofstra's on their home court. They're 4-2 against the spread at home. They're putting up over 82 points. They're shooting nearly 51% from the field on their home court. And I forgot to mention those conference games, they're winning by double digits on average. You have a Towson team that's played one of the easiest schedules of any Division I team this season, but which is part of the reason that this is the first time they've been an underdog in the 2023 calendar year. You got a hot Hofstra team, covered 7 out of the last 8. They've 3 straight games shooting 50% or better from the field, and they're off a straight-up win at Charleston as a 9-point underdog in that one. So that loss against Townsend last time really turned things around since, and I don't anticipate them letting this game stay close at all on their home court with the revenge factor in mind. So I like Hofstra laying the points tonight.
Great stuff from Jeff Michaels, perennial leaderboard fixture over at Sports Memo. He said Hofstra Pride -3.5. He is a winner. You will be too if you follow him over at Sports Memo after the show. You know, Jeff, I told you before the show, I know a lot about Hofstra. I know a lot about them. You know, I was a jock in high school. I was a 5'6" quarterback that was listed at 5'10.5", by the way. But I was great at baseball. Great. I had Division I on both, but Hofstra even offered me a full scholarship, visited the school, great people. But I always felt like a relationship with them, and I always kept tabs on them over the years. And you're right, this is a very good team. They're very underrated. Getting them at that price is a great play. Something I looked at, almost made it as a premium play for me today. I agree with you. Great minds think alike. Jeff, thank you. Jeff's going to be sticking around, as is Dan. If you have any questions or comments for them about Dan's haircut or Jeff's hat, either way, we'll answer them. I promise you that. I want to speak about my good friend Jimmy Adams. You know, Jimmy is one of the best cappers in the world, and numbers don't lie. If you don't believe me, okay, I told you the truth. I'm a 5'6" quarterback. I used to tell people I was 5'10" when I had hair. That was an exaggeration. But one thing I don't exaggerate about is Jimmy Adams' numbers, and numbers don't lie. Don't believe me? Go over to WagerTalk and check his numbers. He's got some of the best numbers in the history of the sports betting business, and they're documented. Anybody could go on Twitter and say, hey, guys, I'm 112-9, but where are you documented? Jimmy is documented, and I got to tell you, when we opened up the First Family Show to other cappers from our brother website, WagerTalk, Jimmy, we went out and got. We didn't ask. Wait for guys to come and say, we went out, we recruited Jimmy right away, and we told him after he was in, this is like the mob, he could never leave because we love him with all of our hearts, and we know you love him too. Jimmy's going to tell you what he's been doing at WagerTalk. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side at WagerTalk. He's got a free best bet. Jimmy A., the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, as always, Joe. Look, things have been going pretty well. All college basketball season hovering just under that 60% mark. NFL, we're finishing up a fantastic year, just under 66% for the entire season there. So you'll want to be involved for the Super Bowl. All access pass is probably the way to go for college hoops, and look out for those 5% plays. We're on an 8-1 run there, but that's not what you guys are here for. Let's get you to a free play. I'm going to go to San Francisco tonight and give you the Dons plus the 12.5. This is a classic look-ahead spot for St. Mary's. They've got Gonzaga coming to town on Saturday. So, look, I don't have a lot bad to say about St. Mary's. They've won 11 straight games. They have one of the best scoring defenses in the entire nation. Good three-point shooting team. If you've been watching them, you know they're the real deal this year. But they do have Gonzaga coming on Saturday. So if you're wondering, one of the reasons why the line is dipping, that is one. So a play on the spot, play on the number, a number I think that might be a little bit inflated, especially considering this is a good San Francisco offense coming to town. And the Dons would love to prove that they're a better team than their performance indicated in the last meeting. They took a bad loss to St. Mary's at home in the last meeting. But look, St. Mary's shot the ball over 50%. Not that that's completely out of the norm for them, but San Fran's top 2 scorers had terrible games. They're going to play with some pride here and have bounce back performances, excuse me. And the Dons, they're in good current form. They've won and covered 3 straight games, and they're off a 61.8% stellar shooting game on the road against San Diego. They hung up 94 points against San Diego in that game. I understand San Diego's no St. Mary's, so no need to tweet me or anything like that. Again, we're playing the number, not the team here. San Francisco pretty good on both sides of the ball, so we'll roll with the Dons tonight.
Great stuff from Jimmy Adams, man. Numbers don't lie. His numbers over at WagerTalk, some of the best on the planet. He said, take the Dons plus 12.5. Way too many points to give this game team. I agree with him. I know you agree with him. I know you love what he's got to say and how he breaks down the game. He breaks down the game like no other. So after the show, WagerTalk, Jimmy Adams, bank. 3 things is all you need to know about. I love Jimmy. You love Jimmy. Guys, I want to go to somebody, and I know how much I love Jimmy, and I do love Jimmy with all respect. There is somebody on the panel I love a little bit more. His name is Dan. No. Guys, I want to tell you guys how much I love the First Lady of Las Vegas. First of all, she looks very fetching today. She's got the black sweater, turtleneck thing on, the scholastic glasses, her hair up. She knows I'm a sucker for that. She put on the lip gloss. She knows I love to make out. We'll probably be making out. She'll be sick next week because I'm going to get her sick. We'll chance that. But having said that, this week alone on Free Plays on Sports Memo TV between the First Family Show and Sports Memo Today. Hi, Dan Alexander. She is 4-1. Going over 6 months now. And I double checked this. I don't know if she knew I did this. Her free plays are around 80% on Sports Memo's College and Pro Football Forecast, the Sports Memo Today Show, and the First Family Show. She is killing it. Killing it. Now, I will tell you this. I really do respect the First Lady because she's on 4 sport leaderboards right now in Sports Memo. She's killing it in 4 sports. I'm only doing 3 sports. She's killing it in 4. But she does not have a play for everybody on premium or free, but she didn't want to leave you guys hanging. She wanted to tell you why she's not playing the game today. But I wanted to tell you something that is definite release for the First Lady of Las Vegas, and that is the fact that she's the sweetest and most adorable host in the world. I love her. You love her. She didn't want to leave you hanging. She wanted to tell you why she's passing today. Dionne, take it away.
I myself was not in love with anything on the board today. And if I'm not going to gamble with my money, I don't want to gamble with your money. And whether it's a premium play, free play, if I am not in love with something to give out to you, I'd rather pass completely. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. I passed on the premium side on Sports Memo, and I am passing today on a free play on the show. But I did want you guys to know that I already do have a couple of matchups for Saturday that I already did look at, that I already absolutely love. So I will be coming in with some big games on Saturday. So make sure that you come back over to Sports Memo on Saturday, including also tomorrow, because I will have some games up for tomorrow. But today, I am passing.
The sweetest, the most adorable host in the whole world. Dionne D'Amico is passing. You know, guys, I want to say something. I bring the whole panel. You know, I can respect a handicapper passing. Especially, you know, today was a big college basketball slate. Not every game was a marquee game. I'll tell you that. There's a lot of crappy teams playing other crappy teams. I'm not talking about extra board games. I'm talking about on the main board. And I love it. I really respect the capper who's telling you guys, I'm not just here to get sales. I'm not just here to hype myself or promote myself. I'm here to make you money. So therefore, I'm stepping back today. Now, Dionne could have also taken the day off and not done the first one. You got nothing to friggin' promote. Let me take the day off, blah, blah, blah.
I wanted to spend my day with you guys, you know. That makes my day alone. So, you know, I had to not skip out on you guys.
No, we love that. We love that.
And, you know, just because there was a lot of games on the board today and there were some really good games, I myself was not in love with anything, you know, and sometimes I myself even look at some of the smaller schools, you know, that a lot of people don't look at, you know, and I do really good with those. So, you know, sometimes like on Fridays, even though it's a smaller slate with not the most, you know, as you guys say, sexiest games, you know, some of those are the ones that I really love.
Well, if I was playing, it would definitely be a second. That's all I'm saying about that. Dionne, the First Lady of Las Vegas, is on 4 sport leaderboards over at Sports. Just because she's passing today doesn't mean take advantage of this great discount. You know, she does throughout the year. She does college basketball, pro basketball, college football, pro football. She does baseball. She does hockey. She does WNBA. There's something else I'm missing. What else do you do?
That's it.
That's it. So you know what? Follow her. You get every single play that she releases, not just from Super Bowl to Super Bowl, but if you buy that today, so what you're passing today, it just tells you, that just gets you more excited for what she got tomorrow and Saturday.
But even though I am passing and you do buy a long-term subscription, if I am passing for the day, that day will get added on.
You get credited that day. That's something that Sportsman and Wager Talk does for you guys. We're passing, you get that day added on. But if you do buy that today, you're getting basically another week and a half on top of Super Bowl. Follow Dionne. You'll follow her to the bank, guys. Get ready, adjust the volumes. I got to tell you, or maybe put cotton in your ears because my voice is going in and out today. It's still a little sexy.
It's sexy.
But let me tell you what I've got going on. First of all, I passed yesterday. I feel like, Dionne, I know that guys like Jimmy, Jeff, Dan, they feel the same way. If they're not betting their own money, they would never ask you to. All right? I love getting sales. It means that you trust me. All right, guys, I make a lot of money. I make a lot of money betting my own games. I'm on websites. I own rooms. I own pick phones. I own this. I own that. But, guys, the bottom line is I take a lot of pride in knowing that you trust me with your hard-earned money. And having said that, I passed yesterday. I had a couple of tough days. I went 0-2, 2 days back-to-back. And I just feel that sometimes I got to regroup. And if I wasn't really in love with anything yesterday, why am I going to gamble? And I would never ask you to gamble. Having said that, though, today, totally different story. I have not one, not two, but 3 huge basketball winners posted already over at Sportsman. I have my college basketball 56-18 Las Vegas Strip move. My college basketball best bet, in my opinion, the best bet on the college basketball board. And my NBA odds makers mistake. Going back to the middle of last season, my odds makers mistakes are a plus 14 units. I posted each individually, or you know what? Because you guys were patient with me, because I got so many nice comments yesterday saying, Joe, we respect that you passed. We know that you had a bad day yesterday, the day before. But you know what? We love you. I got like half a dozen people saying that. You know what I did? Instead of price gouging on 3 big games, I put them up in a 3-pack. $15 in a 3-pack. I want you to know, any other website on the planet, any other place on the planet, $50 a game, $150, get them for 10 cents on the dollar. As far as today's free play, the free play train is going to keep on rolling as we go to the NBA in a matchup between the Golden State Warriors and the Denver Nuggets. My friends, I'm not looking to take away anything from the Nuggets, which own the Western Conference's best overall record at 35-16. But with all respect, guys, they might be a little fatigued. They've dropped 3 of the last 5 straight up. And one thing for sure, absolutely, I think they're being overvalued by the odds makers. They've covered just 4 of their last 9 outings. On the surface, you might look at playing against the Warriors here tonight. I mean, why not? They played a barn burner last night in Minnesota, losing to the T-Wolves in overtime, 119-114. They've also lost and failed to cover 3 straight against tonight's opponents. And we all know that Coach Steve Kerr tends to sit some of his starters on the second of back-to-back games. But surprisingly enough, Golden State has covered 6 of their last 9 when unrested. Moreover, this is a team that lost at home with all of their starters on the floor the last time they met Denver, 128-123 back in October. They know without a doubt, guys, without a doubt, that come the postseason, if they're going to go anywhere, eventually, most likely, they're going to have to face the Nuggets. So I look for the Warriors to come out here and at least be competitive tonight. Definitely a lot closer than the double-digit point spread. By the way, folks, they've also covered 4 of their last 5 on the road, 5 of the last 7 overall games coming into tonight, and 5 of the last 7 meetings against the Nuggets. Take the Warriors tonight plus the 12. I just think it's too many points. Now, as of right now, which I'm looking at my clock, it's about 8:29 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. There is no official card of who's sitting, who's not for Golden State. I still think a couple of stars will play tonight, at least a few of them. I think they're going to put up a tough game tonight, a lot closer than these 12 points, my friend. Let me bring everybody back on. We got a couple of comments. I'm going to get closing thoughts and comments from our viewers. Oh my God, I love these guys. We have the best viewers and followers on the planet. Well, guys, our good friend Rye Cape, what's good? Rye Cape, always good when you're around. Alvaro said, good morning, first family. Rye Cape said, all basketball today. Yes, everybody on the panel today had a basketball today. Let's go. A basketball game going off today. Joey V, who's become one of my favorites. I know everybody loves him here. He's, oh, no frost on the window. Upstate New Yorkers don't even put on a flannel to take the dogs out in that warm weather. Joey, when I first came to Vegas, it was 7, 8, 9 years before my blood thinned. And I will tell you, didn't matter how cold, even a couple times that we got snow, I could be in shorts and flip-flops, but I don't go out in shorts and flip-flops. But honestly, it didn't bother me. Then all of a sudden, my blood thinned. I start to freeze, dude, once it gets chilly out. You can come out of the pool, it's 86 degrees. If I get hit with a breeze, I'm cold. I'm telling you right now. My good friend Rye said, Joe is the Don. Tell you right now, keep that between us. I'm in witness location. Not because I informed on anybody, but because I just wanted to retire with all the money I stole. Having said that, that was good, actually. Rye Cape said NASCAR is back this weekend, and he's hyped. Rye, I don't know. Does anybody on the panel cover NASCAR? Dan, Jeff, or Jimmy? Do you guys cover NASCAR?
I don't, but I can say that I'm in parts working on a preview for the season that'll be being released by WagerTalk and Sports Memo that'll be coming out in the next couple of days too. So that'll be something to use moving forward in the season, along with the other cappers that actually cover it a little more regularly.
Well, that's very impressive, and Jeff will keep me abreast of that, and I'll let you guys know where and when you can find that.
Well, Rocky,
and I wanted to say, talk about Rocky.
A big NASCAR person.
Rocky Atkinson, one of my favorite people on the planet, one of your favorite cappers in the world. Rocky is like the be-all, end-all when it comes to NASCAR, I'll tell you that. I think in the 20-some-odd years he has been documented in NASCAR. I think last year was one of his not the greatest season. He still made people money. Having said that, he was the first. He said that on the show last week. But guys, I want to tell you right now, a guy like Rocky, he's going to make you money every season. So follow him. Our good buddy Wash Renton says loves the pick behind me of Ventura getting his ass whooped by Nolan Ryan. Actually, I brought Joey, my son, when he was smaller, to go see Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan, and this is the picture we wanted him to sign, and we started talking a little bit of sports. A mutual friend brought him to talk, and he knows I'm big at this. Watching it, talk about gambling, we talked about sports, guys. And he said to me, he says, "How would you like me to sign these pictures?" And I said, "Well, what do you normally sign?" He says, "Don't mess with Texas, or what I really want to write." I said, "What do you really want to write?" And he just leaned over. He says, "Don't mess." And I don't want to say the word with F in Texas. I said, "By all means, write that on both, even the one for my son." And Joey just loved that. Joey's big picture. That says, "Don't effing mess with Texas. Don't mess with effing Texas," something like that. So it's a rarity. And my good friend Alvaro says, if we're willing to adopt one more child, simply the best. Alvaro, we love you. Guys, I'll tell you what. Only if you bring your dog, that cute picture, because we got 4 in our house, Dice, Teaser, Pygo, and Kino. By the way, guys, I was on the couch yesterday. I didn't feel good. Why do I love dogs? Because it was almost like they were guarding me. They were all around me all day, would not leave me, and like they were guarding me from anybody else coming near me. So if you can find that unconditional love and loyalty in any one person on this planet, don't let them go. That's why, Dionne, I keep it chained to my radiator. That's why I won't let her go. But that's why I love dogs so much, because they give you unconditional love and loyalty. It's not because they're dependent on you to feed them or keep them warm or safe, because they are more humane than humans. Period. Having said that, let me get some closing thoughts and comments from our panel. Then we're going to run down the free plays. Dionne's got a discount announcement, and then we're going to get you out of here in time for you to take advantage of all these free winners. Did you like how I said that? I
did.
You like that? Dan Kaiser, closing thoughts and comments.
Yeah, well, no NFL, no NHL this weekend. So if those are your two main sports, don't go too crazy betting basketball if that's not one of your things to do. And speaking of NASCAR, I don't handicap NASCAR because I have Right Cape to do all my work for me.
I love him. You gotta love him. Our good buddy, you gotta love Dan. Let's go to Jeff Michaels, buddy. Jeff, closing thoughts and comments before we run down today's free plays.
Yeah, touching back to what you mentioned earlier, Joe, off of one of those comments. I took the kids to school in my basketball shorts today because it's just what you sleep in, and you wake up at that point, and it's almost normal in 35-degree weather in Cleveland. But yeah, from the other side, Game 3 coupon code. Use it for myself over at Sports Memo. 3-day all access, $39. And you can use it on WagerTalk. You can use it on Adam Trigger and Brian Power over there. And if you guys happen to be at that Akron-Kent game tomorrow, make sure you find us. I'll buy you a drink or something.
Gotta love Jeff Michaels. Be careful when he starts buying you drinks. Last time he bought me a few drinks, I woke up, his hand was on my thigh. I'm just saying. My good buddy Jimmy, I love you, Jeff. I love you.
Did you have pants on?
We have a lot of fun together, guys. I gotta tell you, his hand wasn't on my thigh. It was much higher. That's all I'm saying. Jimmy Adams, any closing thoughts or comments for our viewers, please?
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet. 4% play, locked and loaded tonight. College basketball. The other free plays on San Francisco Dons. So with football winding down, college basketball is what you'll want to be involved with long term. The NBA, I'm pretty selective in. You can do single game packages there, but we're going to crush college basketball the rest of the way. So get involved.
Sports fans, one more item I want you guys to know. Next week, the First Family Show will be right here as normal. The following Monday, we're moving to our own YouTube channel. We have the full support of Sports Memo and WagerTalk. You're going to continue to see all your favorite Sports Memo and WagerTalk cappers on our shows. The only thing that's going to be changing, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be the First Family of Las Vegas. We'll give you the name. We're getting things set up this weekend. We'll give you the name next week. Like I said, we have the full support of Sports Memo and WagerTalk, and everybody's going to still contribute. The only thing that will be changing just a bit is we will have some local, I don't want to say local celebrities. Guys, when I had my CBS show, we had everybody from Wayne Newton to Carrot Top on. I had somebody on every week. We're not going to have a celebrity on every week because I still want to make sure that this is a sports betting and sports talk show, betting show, to where we give out tons of free winners. I don't think I'm going to overwhelm you guys with celebs, but we have a lot of celebs that have stepped up. Plus, we have a lot of ex-players. Now, even on this show over the last year and a half, we had a couple of ex-players. We had a couple of ex-UNLV running Rebels. We had a couple of ex-Miami Dolphins. We had a couple of ex-Oakland A's on the show, giving out their opinions as to what's going to happen in World Series, Super Bowl, national championship games, things like that. But we've already got committed now almost 15 ex-superstars from NBA, MLB, NHL, I'm missing one, and NFL. Oh, I missed the biggest one.
The biggest one?
And we're going to have some ex-fighters, and I got to tell you, yes. I've already been asked, is Mike Tyson going to come on? Well, I spoke to Mike last week, and I got to tell you, he told me, Joe, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. No, he said that he would love to come on. We do this with Mike because he tries to do a Joey impression, which he does a pretty good Joey impression because they're both the same height. But I do mess with Mike because my neck is bigger than his. Anyway, but Mike says he'd like to come on. I don't know how true that is. We'll see. Getting Mike to commit and getting him on the show is two different things. But during fights, during UFC stuff, we've got ex-fighters and ex-UFC champions that want to come on the show. But this is still a sports betting show, so no current guys. As much as we can talk sports and stuff, it's still a sports betting show, and I don't want to hurt anybody's reputation that is currently playing, but you're going to see some of your favorite ex-players. I'm going to tell you, we're going to have some of the biggest names in the world on the show, but we're not going to overwhelm you with that. We're going to fill the show up with the best cappers on the planet. Sports Memo, WagerTalk, some other independents too that want to come on and contribute. We're going to have a lot of fun, give you some great content. Having said that, Dion's got one discount. Then we're going to run through today's plays. Get on out of here, sports fans. Dion, what do you got for everybody?
Yeah, so for less than $100 a month, you can get Super Bowl to Super Bowl all access for just $11.99, both over at Sports Memo and WagerTalk, and no code is needed at all for that discount. And if you purchase that today, you're going to get from today all the way through next Super Bowl. So it is an amazing deal. Less than $100 a month, $11.99, Super Bowl. Great stuff. Dan Kaiser, what'd you have for everybody today?
Yeah, lay the points with Northwestern over Scum.
Jeff Michaels, what'd you have for everyone, buddy?
It's nice to have a mutual hatred for that team up north, even though we're not fans of the same team. But hey, I'm going with Hofstra tonight, laying 3.5 against Towson.
Jeff, we love you. Jeff, just on a side note, I saw something, a meme the other day on social media that says, when it suggests somebody to become a friend, and because you have the mutual friends in common, it should have the mutual people you dislike in common, because I get along better with people that we have mutual people that we don't like than people we do like. Just having said that, Jimmy Adams, what'd you have for everybody today, buddy?
San Francisco plus the points.
Dion, what'd you have for everybody?
I actually passed on premium and free plays today, but I will be back tomorrow with some more winners, and I already have some big plays already that I have my eye on for Saturday.
Great stuff. And your sexy and savory said Golden State Warriors plus 12. Too many points. They're going to hang in there with the Nuggets tonight. Dion, take us on out of here, please.
Yeah, so make sure that you follow all of the amazing cappers on the First Family Show on Twitter, along with myself and Joe. And make sure that you tune into all of Sports Memo TV shows for some free winners and some great betting insights. And on behalf of Sports Memo, WagerTalk, Dan, Jeff, Jimmy, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck. Have a winning day.